welcome to the show. We will be going live here in just a little bit. We got the Dirt Cars Pro Late Model Series tonight live from the Chili Bowl Preseason Chaos. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Pardon me. We are back live from the Chili Bowl for our preseason race, continuing on here tonight. So we are just getting ready to start our heat races for the Pro Late Model Series. Tonight's race winner will be receiving a free wrap from Michael Steel Designs. Michael is in the competition tonight looking to win his own wrap back. Right now, Josh Walker is the fastest car out there. Michael Hermes in the 51. He is currently second. Donnie Bartlett in that 21 machine running in the third fastest so far tonight. Donnie's coming off a second place finish in the mini stock event we just had. Donnie's gotten himself pretty comfortable back in these cars after taking quite a bit of time off to deal with the medical problem. But he is back and he is hard at it. And he is looking to make a name here in the Dirt Cars Pro Late Model Series, brought to you by EFRL, Extreme Forces Racing League. The EFRL is going to be having a Gen 6 series starting here on Monday nights pretty soon. So don't hesitate to come join us on Monday nights as we broadcast the Gen 6 series, running a full race schedule for the NASCAR Gen 6 cars. It is going to be a beautiful night of racing on Monday nights. Tuesday nights we do have the FALCONGRAFIX Micro Outlaws Micro Sprint cars, followed by the FALCONGRAFIX Asphalt Mini Stock Series. So don't hesitate to come join those. I do believe full season starting next week on the Tuesday night series, and then we're going to be back at it next Thursday night for our first official race of the season. And we are happy to be back at it. It's been a while. With my move and everything, and we've been off with the holidays. We have not raced since before Thanksgiving here on Thursday nights, but we are back in action here tonight, and we are getting ready to throw down at the Chili Bowl. Alright, heat race number 1 on deck. Let's go over our starting grid, shall we? Starting on the front row, we got Donnie Bartlett and Josh Walker. Row number 2, Logan Tackett and newcomer Dylan Courier. Row number 3, Mr. Ben Morrow coming back in that number 75 machine. And Michael Steele, our sponsor for this evening, starting shotgun on the field. Donnie Bartlett and Josh Walker are going to be side by side as we start this thing. Here comes the number 10 of Logan Tackett. Frames are a little bit jerky right now, you know, preseason stuff. We'll get those ironed out here. Donnie Bartlett sliding high. Here comes Logan Tackett charging her down on the bottom, trying to get underneath of him. Josh Walker taking over that top spot. Michael Steele working his way up through the field already. Getting underneath that 21 of Donnie Bartlett. Donnie's started on the pole. He's going to drop back to 4th. Ooh, looks like he's got a little bit of a push. Getting trapped on that high side. Not where you want to be here. Michael Steele worked his way up to 2nd, starting dead last. He is up to 2nd, setting his sights on that Josh Walker machine. Michael Steele running a little bit of different color combination than he normally does here on Thursday nights. I'm digging it. I like the design. Definitely stands out on the track. Mr. Time Bomb himself. He is closing the gap. 2 laps to go. Not quite going to have enough. White flag is in the air. Josh Walker's going to bring home the victory, but biggest mover of the race, Mr. Michael Steele, started off dead last, worked his way up all the way to 2nd. Heat race number 1 in the books. Alright, heat race number 2. I'm actually not going to be sitting in this one, so we're going to move that outside lane up. So on the front row, we're going to have Kyle Thayer. And I do believe Mr. Devin Smith, no, Michael Hermes will move up. Row number 2, the Smith boys. We had Dylan and Devin. Dylan on the inside, Devin on the outside. We are waiting for that to get rid of me out of the starting grid. So outside row will move up. Devin Smith will jump to the outside of row number 2. Thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight. Heat race number 2 is on deck. We do have a little bit of a jerky issue, but hopefully we'll get that ironed out. It is just a preseason race, so I'm still working out the bugs on stuff. Green flag is in the air. Here comes the 51 of Michael Hermes. Watching Michael Steele in the heat race, so he knows what to do to get her done. Devin Smith has moved up to 3rd. Looking to make it to the bottom of that number 89 machine of Mr. Kyle Thayer. Ooh, Kyle jumps the curb. Here comes Devin Smith. Kyle's hard on the biters, jumps the berm on the inside. Michael Hermes has set sail. 6 laps to go left in the heat race number 2. We got Hermes out front, Devin Smith in 2nd, Kyle Thayer in 3rd, and Dylan Smith in 4th. See the dark spots of the track. The track is starting to get slicked off just a little bit. Sideways, hear him drag that right rear quarter panel down the wall. 3 laps to go for Michael Hermes. That number 51 machine, teammate of Michael Steele. got that thing tucked up right on the bottom. Unofficial results, we got Mr. Hermes pulling home the victory in that 51 machine. Devin Smith in second, Kyle Thayer in third, and Dylan Smith in fourth. Great racing, all drivers. Alright, we're going to have a brief intermission. During this time, you have plenty of times to use the facilities. Go down to the beer garden, get an ice cold beverage, and don't forget to go say hi to Randy down at our world famous Chicken Shack. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have our A main gridding up. On the front row, we have our heat race winners. We got Mr. Josh Walker and Michael Hermes. Row number 2, Mr. Michael Steele and Devin Smith. Row number 3, Logan Tackett and Kyle Thayer. Row number 4, Donnie Bartlett and Dylan Smith. Row number 5, Ben Morrow and Dylan Courier. Good luck, drivers. We are going to be watching you and see how you do and see who's going to be the winner of that Michael Steele wrap. get Herpes on that outside, trying to make a power move right at the beginning, but here comes Josh Walker, not letting it go. Michael Steele trying to get his nose up in there, make it 3 wide, jumps the berm just a little bit down on the bottom. We're still side by side for first place. Michael Hermes gets a little bit sideways, tries to tuck down, crossover move, trying to get underneath that number 2 of Josh Walker. Josh has proven very fast here tonight. We don't want to count Josh out, but here comes Michael Hermes. He's got a nose underneath him. Josh goes way up to the high side. Not complete. We do a little door rub. Hermes trying to power through down on the bottom. Josh not giving up on that high side. Michael still looking to make a move, stick his nose of that number 5 machine up in there, making a 3-way battle for the lead. Seven laps in, these gentlemen are still side by side. They're bringing it. Too close to call it the line. We're going to start catching up to some lap charts here already. The 813 of Courier. That track is getting super slick through the middle. Hermes trying to keep it tight down on the bottom. Michael Steele right there looking to pounce. Josh Walker dragging that quarter panel on the wall. Jumping the berm, costing that 51 a little bit of track time. Side by side, 13 laps in, neither driver giving an inch. We got Thayer and Smith right in front of our leaders now. That could cause some problems. Hermes trying to use that 89 of Thayer as a pick. Thayer trying to get up and out of the way. He's on as far as high as he can go. That is going to help the 51 take the lead. Now Michael Steele trying to sneak by. Oh, we got the 99. Half crossed up. He's going to slide up to the top of the track, give these leaders room. Oh, we got some bumping and banging between second and third. Josh Walker goes around. Caution is up and in the air. We saw it happen. Josh Walker went around.
Going Delaware, correct? Yeah, we got a copy.
All right, we got Michael Steele now trying to set the sights on that number 51 machine. A little bit of bump, and here comes Logan Taggett and Donnie Bartlett up into the top 4. Devin Smith up to 5. Josh Walker trying to work his way back up after getting crossed up while navigating around the lap traffic. Michael Hermes now setting the pace up front. Michael Steele trying to reel him in. Logan Tackett in third, but here comes that number 2, Josh Walker, working his way back up through the field. So for Michael Hermes and Michael Steele have been setting quick times down, but Josh Walker's right behind. Right behind him. Logan Tackett now going to fall back to 4th as that number 2 machine tries to continue his march back through the field. Alright, caution is out on the field. We'll be back in just a second as these guys get regrouped. Alright, we're going back to flag racing as we come out of turn number 4. Hermes in the lead. Josh Walker working his way back up through the field. Ooh, we got a big pile of...
I'll go back on that one. Yeah, I'll claim that one. I didn't realize he's going to slide up that much.
Alright, Josh Walker has claimed the caution on that one that took out the 51 of Hermes, putting Michael Steele back in the lead, or in the lead for the first time tonight. Devin Smith is in a second. He gets lane choice. Logan Tackett is in third. He's going to be starting on the outside as we go green, coming out of turn number 4. We're over halfway through this race already. We only had 3 cautions. These guys are doing a phenomenal job here at this very tight little track. Donnie Bartlett holding on to 4th place now. Would like to thank everybody for tuning in on our first night back here at the Dirt Cars Pro Late Model Series powered by the EFRL Extreme Forces Racing League. We're going to be live every Thursday night for the next several weeks. We're going to have a doubleheader on Thursdays. We got the mini stocks running first, and then the Pro Late Models, which we haven't seen in several seasons here on Thursday nights. We're happy to have them back in the action. I love the looks of these cars. They're probably one of my favorites. Right now, we got Mr. Michael Steele setting down some pretty quick times. Last lap was an 11:53. 11.50, followed by Devin Smith's 11.68 in second. Donnie Bartlett has moved up into third in that number 21 Yingling machine. FALCONGRAFIX, Far North Motorsports, Longhorn Chassis. Student driver on the back of Donnie's car. Here comes the 75 though of Ben Morrow. Don't count him out. We haven't seen Ben in a while. Happy to have him back in action with us tonight. Logan Tackett, Josh Walker trying to move back up through the field. Oh, caution is out on the speedway. Looks like Kyle Thayer crashed. He has jumped to the pits. Pace car is pulled off. We're going to be going green. Michael Steele setting the pace, coming out of turn number 4. Devin Smith and Donnie Bartlett, second and third. Donnie trapped up on that high side, trying to move down. Oh, he's got a big cluster behind him. They are banging doors and trying to clear some sheet metal off of them machines. 11 laps to go for Michael Steele, Devin Smith, and Donnie Bartlett. Devin Smith in that second place, number 95, Owley's Outlet machine. And Michael Steele setting down some pace laps here. His best lap so far tonight is 11:39. Looks like he's got the fastest car here tonight. He was on a mission, started dead last in his heat, finished second. Been patient, worked his way through the field. Now he is pulling away from Devin Smith and Donnie Bartlett. Logan Tackett and Michael Hermes back up into the 5th place. That 51 machine has been pretty strong here tonight. Field's starting to get a little stretched out. We got 7 laps to go as we're winding down our preseason chaos race at the Chili Bowl. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight with us. Thanks for joining us. We've been having a blast. Love seeing these guys back in action here on Thursday nights. We've missed racing, and these guys are tearing it up. Devin Smith closing that gap with 3 laps to go. He might have found his little something in the closing laps here. Donnie Bartlett still holding on to 3rd place. Logan Tackett 4th. Michael Herman 5th. And Josh Walker in 6th. White flag lap is in the air. White flag lap brought to you by FALCONGRAFIX Designs. Come check us out on Facebook. Ooh, we got a lap car. Hopefully he doesn't initiate anything. Michael Steele's going to bring home the win. What a finish.
You good, Nick?
All right, bringing home that number 21 machine, third place, Mr. Donnie Bartlett.
Hey man, how's it going?
Man, what a
Okay,
run
Mike.
for you.
Yeah, I started back there. I knew it was going to be bottom side dominant, but there's a lot of fast guys started up there. I don't know how I made it through all that, but that was hectic. Oh,
Little patience and a whole lot of luck, huh?
yes. Yeah, you couldn't really pick up the throttle way you wanted to. Track really slick. I don't know how those guys. They was talking about it, how they get the drive off. It seemed like I was catching Devin going into the turn, but I couldn't catch him coming off. Him and Michael and the two car, Josh, Herman's, all those guys, they had good drive coming off. That caution caught him up. But it was a fun night. It was fun. Two podiums for opening night. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's a great way to start the season off. Looks like you got that rust knocked off. Fun time.
Yes. Good to be back.
Jesse Barr in chat says, great run, Donnie. Way to be patient.
Oh, thanks, Jesse. Thanks.
All
I
right,
didn't know if
Donnie.
you would watch or not. I sent him the link, but yeah, I appreciate him watching. I appreciate you putting this on. I appreciate you doing all my raps. You're the man.
And I'm going to tell you, this wrap, I love this wrap. Every car I've put it on, it looks amazing.
Yes, I love this rap.
Well, congratulations, buddy, and we look forward to seeing you more this season up on the podium.
I hope so. Thank you.
All right, buddy, you have a wonderful night.
You too.
Bringing home that number 95 machine in second place, we got Mr. Devin Smith. After having to get a new computer and rebuild and having a crappy end of last season, he's starting this season out right.
Yes, we are.
You got that brand new PC all tuned in and hauling butt the way it looks.
Yeah, we had it dialed in on the bottom there. Couldn't really do anything on the top. At least not that I could do anyways. I definitely wouldn't have caught Michael though. We were on roughly the same lap times, and even if I did, I didn't have enough speed to get by him.
No, I know Michael came in tonight on a mission saying he wanted to finish first, so he didn't have to do a rap for somebody. He was on a mission.
Yeah, well, he dominated the earlier preseason race we had a couple weeks back here, so I kind of expected him to do the same, but I definitely had a better showing this time than I did last time.
Yes, sir. And next week we'll be back at points racing, but man, what a great way to start the season. You guys put on a great show. We only had a few cautions, compared to what I was kind of expecting here at the Chili Bowl. It's tight racing, but you guys had a lot of patience tonight.
Yeah, I expected it to be a lot worse than it was, especially with damage off. I expected to see some haymakers thrown and whatnot, but we actually did pretty good. Really good racing throughout, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited to see what this season's gonna bring.
Me too. We got kind of a different schedule this year, not quite the same as usual. I don't think we kick off at Lucas Oil like we have in the past, which is definitely different.
Yeah, we shook it up just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Trying to find the schedule. There it is. Oh yeah, we start out at Oswego. That should be a fun track.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think Oswego with these cars is going to be a blast.
Yeah, I expect it to be pretty good racing, especially 3 and 4 widens out. 1 and 2 kind of stays kind of one laned. But 3 and 4 should put on some good side-by-side racing.
That's for sure, buddy. Well, congratulations on the podium finish and keeping your nose clean and having some patience.
Thank you.
Who do you want to give a shout out to tonight?
You know, the normal, you for putting on the league. What's it back to? Extreme Racing League, I believe we're back to.
Yep, we're back
Extreme
to
Forces.
the EFRL.
EFRL. God, it's hard to keep track of that. I feel like we change it every season.
Me too. I kind of hope we just stick with the EFRL now.
Right. But one thing stays the same for certain, that's dirt cars. So good to see that kicking. I think, what season are we on now? 10?
Actually, I do believe
10,
this is season
like
12.
12? Oh, God. Kicking real good long term. Love that. But yeah, hopefully we should have a good season. Or at least hope to.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you back in action next week.
Thank you. Look forward to it.
All right, he was a man on a mission tonight in that number 5 car. He started dead last in his heat, worked his way all the way up to second, a challenge for the lead, and whoo, he put on a show here tonight. Congratulations, Mr. Michael Steele.
I appreciate it, buddy. I gotta give a huge shout out to Hermes because I don't know if I was gonna get around him just because he knew my tricks. And he ran a great race. I hate to see him get caught up in that. I know that Josh didn't mean to do that whatsoever, and it's more just a racing deal. But yeah, I hated to see that for Hermes just because he was so damn fast. And I like I said, I don't know if I was gonna get around him.
He was
But
putting
also,
on a
I
heck
don't
of a
know if
show.
I got through that. Yeah, I'd like to say I got through that wreck with by pure driving talent, but I think that was a lot of luck also because I don't know how to kill my right rear quarter panel.
Well, I
Yeah,
tell
that
you,
was that's. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, you guys put on a heck of a show. Everybody showed really good patience. I was a little nervous when we caught up to those lap cars, but they moved up and tried to stay out of the way as much as they could.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I wanted to do this. Like I said from the get-go, I mean, it definitely has a chance to go really south. But if you get the type of the type of guys that we have in our group, like I felt we had, that we were willing to lift and not kill the guy in front of you. So it's put on a lot of. I mean, there's not really anywhere to run and hide. So there's put on a lot of good racing and tight racing, and it was fun to. Almost had to door bang a little bit just to get your position where you wanted to be on the track to get a spot ahead, but it was not typically like wreck the guy straight out just purely because you're going like so fast like Eldora. I mean, it's hard to kind of really rub and race at Eldora unless you're just going side to side, not really front to back.
Yes, sir. A little bit of a different color combination for you this season. I really dig that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a nightmare to try to read my logos and everything, but with everything going on and all my health problems, it was my first league race back, and felt good to get a win and not have to do free work. That was the main goal. But aside that, yeah, Vivi she's big into bluey and got a bluey jacket, like a bluey racing jacket, and it was these colors. And we were talking one day, and Marcy's like, "You should do a paint scheme based off of that." And yeah, I always like pink, but it's so reused. I typically stick to my purple and turquoise, but switched it up a little bit and wanted something completely different this season.
Well, it definitely stands out on the track, and I like it a lot. I don't think I've ever
Yeah,
really
I
been
appreciate
disappointed
it.
by any car you've done, though. That, to be honest.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's a lot of late nights just trying to learn how to do all this graphic design stuff, and there's so many different so many different ways to do it, and I just want to do the best job I can do at it. And I know that since you do so many paint schemes, compliment means a lot coming from you.
Well, thank you very much. And I know this was just a preseason race, but you were our champion, so you've got to defend that title this season.
Yeah, I mean, last time I won a championship, I went back to back, so I might as well do it back to back again.
Heck yeah, buddy. Well, congratulations. That car looked pretty strong tonight. You definitely shows all the time and practice you put in at the Chili Bowl.
Yeah, it's like I said, after all my health problems and everything since I've came back, I don't even want to know how many laps I put in this around this track. Just whether it's running this car, just doing something different, or trying to help all the guys get ready for the Chili Bowl and putting laps in the midget, and then the micros are just so fun in this thing. So putting in laps, trying to get ready for Tuesday nights here. So yeah, I've since I've came back, some reason I guess just the lighting and everything like that. There's one track that's not really bothered me, all my stuff wise. So it's been just been one of my go-tos. It's so small, and everything happens so fast. It's just the only track I've really wanted to drive around lately, honestly.
Well, congratulations once again, and I can't wait for the season to kick off next week at Oswego.
Yep, another track that I picked just because I ran so good there last season at UMPs. It's definitely a difficult track, and since we're changing up the schedule, I might as well add since I got the pick of the first track of the season, I figure I might as well throw that one in there.
Yes,
Do
sir.
something a little bit different.
It's always good to shake things up.
As much as everybody, but yeah, as much as everybody complained about Lucas, and me included, because I'm not a big fan of Lucas, it's still going to be a difficult track. I'm not going to say everyone I can complain about it, but at least it's something different, I guess. Still just as difficult in my opinion, because Lucas is a really tough track for me.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations. Let's go ahead and let you get your shout-outs in, and we'll call her a night. Heck
yeah. As always, got to give a shout-out to Marcy and Vivi for allowing me to do this. I was rushing home and really got enough time to give them a hug and a kiss and ask if I could race real quick. So, yeah, definitely a shout-out to them and Vivi for allowing me to do this and not screaming in my ear the whole time or whatever, and driving Marcy crazy. My parents, you for putting on the broadcast, everything you and Dean do for all the leagues. Looking forward to get back going on Monday. Beside that, I also get to give a shout out to Still Graphic Designs, Rise Bracelets, Ross Dalton Racing, 51 Raceworks, Peanut Baker Racing, JBM, Mama Tri Welding Caps, Elite Bait and Tackle, all the people that helped me out.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations, and I'm pretty excited for this season. I think it's going to be awesome, and I'm happy to have the Pro Late models back.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I'm excited to get the season going. It's been as much as I needed time off to get my health and everything right. It was definitely missing racing on dirt and everything, and as much as I'll miss the UMPs because those are my favorite car of all time, still, as long as it's something like a UMP or a dirt late model, as long as we stay away from 360 sprints like we did a couple seasons ago.
Right. All right, buddy.
I'm down for a midget league though, for sure.
Well, we may have to do that. Maybe we'll replace the mini stocks with a midget league for a bit.
Man, that would be so fun. I'd definitely do it. Only time I ever drive was around Chili Bowl, but I'd love to have to get in on a different track.
All right, buddy. You have a wonderful night, and we'll see everybody back next week at Oswego for the official season opener.
Yes, sir. You have a good week, and we'll see you next week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here at All the Dirt on Thursday nights. Tune in. We're going to be back in action on Monday nights here pretty quickly with the I don't know the name. Give me 1 minute. The Full Throttle Beards Gen 6 series on Monday nights. Those are going to be kicking back up here pretty quick. So check that out. And then we're going to be back live next Thursday night for the Dirt Cars doubleheader on Thursday nights. Mini stocks and pro late models here every Thursday night. Thank you, everybody. I want to give a huge shout out to Dean for allowing me to be part of this great league, and for all the drivers that come out every Thursday night and help support us. We wouldn't have a league if it wasn't for them putting on such a great show. All right, thank you, gentlemen. You have a wonderful night, and we will be back in action next Thursday night.